Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. It's Thursday. It's Korner Booth pregame.
No debate, cause it's all. I'm too official, got the drip, I got the sauce. Bring the proof when it's time to tell the truth. I'll be at the corner booth, find me in the corner booth, yeah. Still standing and defiant. Slay the competition, cause I'm walking like a giant. Bring the proof when it's time to tell the truth. I'll be at the corner booth, find me in the corner booth.
Love to see this team add another receiver, whether that's trade or free agency.
That's okay. Pittsburgh's the AARP retirement home.
There's a bunt record. That person's never going to have to worry about that thing ever getting broken.
I hate analytics. I think it's ruined the game I grew up loving.
I will do unspeakable things for the Giants to win this rule.
Oh, pause. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in Korner Booth Podcast. Hope you all are happy Monday. Sorry to spit out like a whole mouthful of sunflower seeds. Trying to stay away from the chips and the beer before vacation as usual. Also having a great time on my laptop today. You know, my desktop fan decides it's taking too much power all of a sudden. So if my camera gives out at some point in the next hour and a half, you'll know why. Gotta love it either way. Macs are amazing. But fun show today. We have a recurring guest who has not been on, I believe, in 3 or 4 years. He's a big Penn State fan. We'll talk to him in a little bit as well. But first off, our co-host here, Matty. How you doing, brother? Matt Odazzo. All right. I thought Nate was going to add you. That's my bad.
There we go. Round 2. No, I'm doing well.
Same booth.
Minus a weekend fiasco of car issues that I did get resolved after a hefty price.
I'm with the GMC.
I was having some issues with my front tire, just making noises when I was turning. So I took it to a shop. I needed rear brake pads and rotors and a battery, which I knew. So that was fine. I needed like lug nuts and a coolant flush or whatever. I'm like, all right, cool, fine, whatever. And then apparently the issues I was having with my front tires was that I also needed front brakes and rotors. However, I got my front brakes and rotors done 4 months ago from a different garage. So why do I need brakes again? Turns out that place didn't lube my calipers. So they locked up after time and grinded down my brake pads and my rotors in 4 months and completely warped them. So I had this garage do all the work. And then I went back to the previous place because I was still under warranty and I had them replace my brakes and rotors for free in the front. So all is well. I have a completely brand new 155,000 mile car now. So just a very expensive weekend of my car being in the shop both days.
Nice. And quickly, I want to give a little shout out to our boy Nate. Nate, buddy, you had a big week this week, man.
Yeah, I sure did. Kicked off, of course, last week, with my therapy. So it's good to get that going. Went back there today as we're recording this. So
and we officially retired one of your nicknames today.
Yeah, that's right. That's
no
right.
longer Hot Wheels, buddy. You are now Happy Feet.
I am now Happy Feet. I'm proud of that. I love penguins too. All right. Good to see you both as well, by the way. And great game, Matt, on Saturday. Thanks for letting my guy go off again. It feels good.
It's preseason.
The only positive was we pancaked that Bill Carter. That was literally the only positive thing for the Jets.
Yeah, that was.
That's the only thing. We made all the Giants quarterbacks look like Pro Bowlers that day.
To quote Cooper DeJean, we should just start doing this. Just calm down. It's okay. It's okay. Oh, speaking of Penn State, we have an amazing guest today to talk some Big Ten football. He's the co-host of our boy Kev over at Tailgate in the Quad. God bless his soul. He is one of my favorite human beings on the planet. We were also roommates at Kevin's bachelor party. So we had a great bonding session there, and he's also my favorite ginger on the entire planet. Ladies and gentlemen, co-host of Tailgate in the Quad, Penn State alum, Kieran O'Farrell.
How's it going, boys?
What's going on, man?
Hey, we are Penn State. That's how it goes, right? Yes, I got it right. Let's go. I know it.
You got it.
High tide.
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
Not too bad. Yourself?
How's the wedding planning going? Are you losing your mind yet?
We are very much there. It's like 3 months to the wedding, and it is full-blown panic mode.
Don't miss those days.
Yeah.
I was going to say, the married man's above you in the other panel. He knows all too well how that goes.
Oh, God. Between the families, it was not as smooth as it probably should have been, but it was a great day when we got there.
That's all that matters.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So how bad was Kevin on the golf course at your bachelor party? I'm really curious right now.
He was better than he probably said he was.
Yeah, I didn't ask. Yeah, that's not what I was gonna. Oh, Nate dropped out. I was like, I thought you dropped out. Nate, yeah. I didn't ask him yet, so I was curious, like, what your opinion of him. And then I'll see what he says. This is kind of an honor scout system here thing.
So he was certainly better than I think he is going to say he was, as well as he made me look way better than I am.
Nice.
It was very fun.
You gotta love it. You also gotta love, buddy. We are less than 6 days away from college football.
I know. Let's go. I'm so pumped. So
Dude,
ready.
My baseball team rips out my heart at least twice a week now. So at this point, I'm just ready for football season, because then I can start yelling at Notre Dame and Clemson and Florida instead of yelling at the Dodgers, Rockies, and Rangers. So it's a nice change up where my teams actually have a fighting chance, and our management and coaching staff aren't trying to underman us because their jobs aren't secure in college like they are in the pros right now. It's just a whole thing. I'm done with baseball. Baseball's done with me. It's been a fun season. I'm just ready for football. I just need
my college team's already talking about, oh, this guy might be your coach next year if this happens. So I'm already at that point where we're already talking about who's going to coach next year.
We haven't started talking. SEC is next week, Matt. Like, we can save the soap operas for then. We're talking about the 2-time defending champion conference, the Big Ten. So a little tip of the cap to the Big Ten. They've really brought it home the last 2 years in a row. Two of the big three teams, I don't consider Oregon or USC or Washington or UCLA part of that conference yet.
Yeah.
Because basically Oregon won it and then laid the biggest goose egg I've ever seen in tournament history last year and ruined the hangover I had from my other best friend's wedding, where basically I'm sitting there watching this, dreading like the show on Monday when I have to talk about how the team I picked to win the championship, Oregon, got bum rushed. So, and then you have you guys who are my last hope for a team I didn't hate winning the national title, and Drew Adler did Drew Adler things.
Yeah. Well, just to go off all these different talking points to say like coaches here and there, whatever. James Franklin came out about 2 or 3 months ago talking about, we've got everything in place now. Like we've got the AD, the president. I go, now? It's been nearly 10 years. Now it's good. Are you kidding me? This is your ultimatum in this year. Yeah, you have a bunch of pieces in place, but surely in 2016 with Saquon Barkley, you could have made something happen, anything at all. But no, now is the time. God's sakes, I went off on this when we were doing our Big Ten preview and tailgate in the quad, and it was just me ranting for 5 minutes.
I was gonna say I only get to watch like intervals of your show when I'm driving trucks. So basically, that's my favorite time to listen to podcasts, because my two crew members are usually sitting on their phones, not making conversation. They're like, okay, podcast. And your Big Ten preview came on. I think it was a couple days ago, might have been the last time I drove a truck was Friday. And I'm just listening there, and I heard your rant. And you were valid, and I hear you, and you're vindicated. Okay, like I hear you, and you're valued. Your opinion's valued there, Kieran. I'm so sorry you had to go through this. I thought we had to deal with the worst with the Mark Richt and Manny Diaz days, but at least you got fired. You guys have been stuck with James Franklin for a decade.
Yeah.
Woo. Or almost a decade. It was 2015 was Bill O'Brien's first season with the Texans. But I was gonna say this. We'll start off with the first, I guess. I know I McAfee the hell out of this every time I bring a guest on. I unload a whole smorgasbord of talking points. So we can just start off with how you feel about Penn State going into the season. If that's your team, we know. I've made my jokes about them in the past, but you and me have reconciled some of these jokes when we hung out in person. So I must ask you, how optimistic on a scale of 1 to 10 are you for the season as a whole? I'm not saying you can say, listen, I think we should win a championship. I mean, you have a Heisman candidate apparently at quarterback now. I mean, hopefully he's made a jump since last year. But because you and me watched the same game together in Kevin's apartment, and I was not impressed. I was actually rooting for him to go to the Giants, and that's maybe how evil and sadistic I am when it comes to pro football. But I'm a firm believer of second chances. So how are you feeling about your Nittany Lions going into the 2025 season?
Let me tell you this. I couldn't be more distraught at the current situation. Because here's the thing. Penn State under Franklin has this wonderful reputation of high praise all season, or at least, even preseason, and then absolutely butchering it right when we need them the most to succeed. And so, frankly, at a number 2 ranking this year going into the preseason, I couldn't be more pessimistic about our chances. The only caveat that I currently have is that the last 2 national titles of Michigan and Ohio State have both been ranked number 2 going into the season and then winning it. That's the only consolation prize I currently have going for me. Other than that, this is going to be, it's win or go home. It's like this is the be all and end all of James Franklin's time at Penn State. And I do hope he wins it, because I've been at the school since he was hired, and I was at the school when he was hired, and I want him to do well, because he's kept us in the running. At the very minimum, he's kept us in the running, and it's time to go. But I'm always the pessimist here.
Which is why it's so funny when you and me watch football together, because it's just, I'm the opposite. I'm like, oh, they can do this. And no, they can't.
No, they can't.
From an outsider perspective on Penn State, if there was a year, this is the year,
yes,
at least to win the conference and maybe like take a swing. Because I've been doing college football previews the whole month of August, and pro football previews as well. Pro football previews to me, it's like reading a simple, English 6th grade reading level textbook. You kind of know what's going on. Pictures are there to help. It's really easy, right? There's a little coloring book. It's everything. College football is like reading Ulysses in Spanish.
And you don't speak Spanish.
And it's like, no, it's my level of comprehension, where I know a couple curse words, how to order food, and how to say a girl's pretty. That's basically my comprehension of Spanish. So
there you go.
I'm already trying to understand everything. So Ohio State's defending champs, but they have a new quarterback who's unproven. Michigan has sanctions overlooming them, but they have this Underwood kid who's supposed to be the next coming of QB Jesus. You go down to the SEC, and I don't know what the hell to make of that whole team, that whole conference. I go out west, and the Big 12
no longer there.
There's no more West Coast. It's all in the Big 10. They've swallowed it up. The Big 12 is still a passing league. And then you go into the ACC, which we talked about. Let's be honest. There's 3 teams who can make a run at this. One of them is mine. One of them is Clemson, and the other one is who cares? That's basically the entire conference. Nobody cares about. I guess Georgia Tech has maybe an argument to be the 4th team. SMU. Sorry, Rhett Lashley. I apologize. I love you. But you kind of dropped the ball last year when you guys literally played like a flag football team against the varsity team. It was really bad. Anyway, this whole college football season gives me the optimism that there is no set team. Like last year, Ohio State was supposed to be the team all year, and they kept finding ways to shoot themselves in the foot. Ergo, why they dropped down to the 8th seed and then steamrolled their way through the playoffs. I mean, then again, they did play the 2 or 3 biggest choke artist teams in the entire country, with Tennessee and Oregon. But I digress. I think Big 12 football is still the best brand of football right now. Kevin, you heard me say it. Listen, SEC needs to come back. Okay, listen. What was the last tied title? Don't tell me it was 2020. All right.
Doesn't count.
I mean, hey, my boy won the Heisman that year. It does count. It's not Ohio State's BS Big 10 championship that year.
Oh yeah, that was a disaster.
That's when I lost a lot of respect for conference. And I remembered my conference exists, and I have no respect. But just rigging games for Clemson so they get into the playoff. Oh, said that. The whole point of this 45-second or to 18-minute level ADHD rant is that I agree there is some skepticism with Penn State, but you have the returning quarterback. You have arguably one of the best running backs in the country still. It's Singleton. Oh, and James Franklin's been there for 12 years, and this is a down year for a lot of teams in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
So if I'm you, I'm saying after 12 years, James Franklin, why not? Let's send it home. This might be the ultimatum year. If he can't win this year, buddy, might as well hire Keegan-Michael Key to be your head coach, because at this point, it's the same thing.
Probably do a better job. Probably win something. Yeah. It's one of those things. Like it's so difficult to like have the optimism because of the reputation that has preceded him. We do have Jim Knowles from Ohio State, which is a huge pickup. We got Anthony Kolonicki as our defensive and offensive coordinator, and like it's a wonderful like time to be pumped up about Penn State, but it's that nagging feeling in the back of your head that's just going,
go wrong.
This it was the same last year. At the beginning of the season, we were playing Bowling Green, I think week 2 or 3. We almost lost to them, and that would have destroyed any chance.
In that game, by the way.
What?
You guys stole $100 out of my wallet. I literally it was tied after one. It was like I put like $20, like $5 down, and the payout was like almost $100. So I was like, yes, and I'm like, yes, and then as the game, I'm like, no. I just
but it's just like it's this thing where it's like that's a total Penn State thing to do. It's lose week 3 against an FCS opponent and just ruin your chances for the playoffs. So, thank God we didn't do that. And we actually looked halfway competent all the way up to the Notre Dame game where we completely fell apart. But I don't know. It's like the natty or bust. There really is no other options.
I really oh, sorry, Matt, go.
No, just quick positive stats in favor of Penn State. So looking through the ESPN site at some things, over the past 3 seasons, Penn State is 34-2 as the favorite. They're 27-0 when favored by at least 6 points. However, they were also 0-6 as underdog opponents. So the positive thing is that looking at the schedule, they're saying that Penn State is looked to be favored in just about the majority of their games this season. So if all that goes well, if they're winning the games they're supposed to, they're losing the games they're supposed to. I mean, this kind of sounds like maybe you get like an 11-12 win season, hopefully, and get back in there and make a run.
Bet chalk on Penn State, you'll make money. No, I'm just kidding. That's not gambling advice. That's me observing a pattern here. Yeah, honestly, and I'll say this about Penn State, and it's kind of a funny thing. I think they would have played Notre Dame, played a lot better Notre Dame in that title game if they just were able to close it out. They almost had it too, which I think you should take some solace in that there, buddy, because as much as you guys were like, it stunk, you guys finished in the top 4, you were 1 or 2 bad plays from being in the national title and probably playing Ohio State as good as anybody played all year. So, and you didn't lose a ton of guys. You lost Abdul Carter. Listen, I know it sucks. All right, listen, Nate, it's okay. He's just too busy getting pancaked by Jets backups. But it's the thing is, I have to take shots at the Giants every time I can because I had to hear it my entire childhood how they won all the titles and we never did. And then 2017 rolled around and how the tables have turned. But
I know.
Okay, buddy. Also, you're wearing the Dodgers hat today, so I've got to the haymakers have a little extra chutzpah on them today.
It's okay. My therapist were actually encouraging me. There were some Padres fans there, so I got to make fun of them for a little bit. So I have one question, if that's okay, but I'll wait till after you make your point.
No, Nate, you're good. I was just gonna say they are there. That was my point. They are close.
Yeah.
State is close. I don't know what to make of Ohio State or Michigan. I've tried all day to understand. I listened to a literal Big Ten podcast today, or Big Ten preview from a college football podcast I'd never heard of on the Pod Center. I don't even remember which one it was, but literally, I'm trying to understand half these players. Besides Jeremiah Smith, you cannot give me like there's guys in that field, but they lost so many weapons.
Yeah.
Get a phone call. Anyway, There's optimism. There's hope for Penn State. Nate, what do you got for me?
Yeah, my question for Kieran and for Penn State is because one of my good friends, he's a Syracuse fan, and you guys took Trevor Pena from the portal and whatnot. What are your thoughts on him? Because I know he was really good at Syracuse. He honestly, when in the games that I watch, he was really good. So what are your thoughts on him? Are you excited to see him? Do you see him as a receiver number 1 or just more of that just number 2, number 3 role in that offense?
Well, given that he's just coming from the portal, I would suspect that he's going to more take on a number 2 role. Franklin and the offensive kind of guys tend to stick with guys that have been in the system for a while. They know what they're doing. That's why Singleton and Allen are like the 2 main running backs, and we're just going to stick with them the whole year. If you see anybody else in that backfield, that will be a shock. That, that's the sort of thing that Penn State tends to do. I am excited to see him. I have absolute no doubt in my mind that he will be useful. Down the line, if he needs to make a big play, I have no doubt that he is capable of doing that. But it's very much it goes against the ethos of like Penn State's football to kind of bring in brand new guys and just have them start right off the bat.
Okay, for sure. All right, well, thank you. I want to know about that because I watched him at Syracuse a few games. I know Jared doesn't like Syracuse that much, but he was a really good receiver during his time there with the Orange.
Kick Fran down a flight of stairs.
I know. It's okay. Let bygones be bygones. It's fine.
Oh no! I want to burn the Carrier Dome to the ground this year. No, wait, they have to come to our house.
It's not called the Carrier
Their
Dome.
bus is gonna get burned. They're gonna have to walk back to Syracuse. We're gonna burn their bus.
Nate, did you tell your physical therapist that you're actually an athletics fan, or did you just stick to the Dodgers?
I stuck with the Dodgers. I didn't want. If I said more, I would have
You
probably.
would have tried 400 steps if you were honest about it.
No, they would have probably.
So that's why they limited me today. That makes sense.
They would have been like, "Oh, he's giving me crap for being a Padres fan, and he's an athletics fan." They're gonna just kick the wheelchair away and be like, "Walk, do it yourself."
Yeah, Nate. Like, it makes it harder for me to get rid of your old nickname to get rid of your new one right now. Okay, so
fair enough.
I already was told I was an awful person for it. So
nah, I think it was fun.
Oh, I think that you me understood the joke. So Kieran, for the record, his original nickname was Hot Wheels. Because he's in a wheelchair, and I am an awful human being. My sense of humor is very dark. But he, of course, had a great weekend. He took his first couple hundred steps in rehab.
Thank you.
And everyone in my family who saw the video is extremely proud of you, buddy. And we now are calling him Happy Feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems appropriate. Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's taking the piss while still being supportive.
See? Yeah. That's how I thought of it.
This is literally like it's the most. Yeah, it's perfect.
Nate, at least you're not. At least you not now, nor will you ever be Lieutenant Dan.
Yes.
Yes. Positives.
Oh shoot.
At least we know the worst is Hot Wheels, but you're gonna just advance to just Happy Feet full time eventually.
The worst, I said it when I was inebriated. That's the worst part. Like, it wasn't even when I was sober. I was just drunk at the end of a Thursday show, and we were all BSing after, and then I just kept drinking. And after, because I had no work there because I was unemployed. Fun times. And I just called him Happy Feet, and I call him Hot Wheels. I'm like, oh no! It was just like, and there's Nate just dying laughing.
It was funny. I loved it.
You might have been feeling it a little bit. I think he might have taken a shot at one of your teams, and then you just fired right back. I think that was what it was. There was definitely some motive behind it. I think he took a little shot at your Diamondbacks or something. It was like during the deadline time frame, I think.
If I find that clip, I will make sure to send it.
We're going back.
Oh,
that happened way back. We're going back to 2024.
Oh, yeah, I'm diving the archives for that one.
There still might have been a shot somewhere in there.
At least I hope it wasn't. I say things after we get off camera that probably would get me thrown in jail.
I love it.
Well, at least in the country of Great Britain, because you can't say anything with free speech. So, current events topics.
We've gone full political.
Kind of not really. We're avoiding the other topics. We're just making jokes how they just suck as a country, but it's okay.
Food's terrible, from what I've heard.
From
what I've seen, they put tuna on potatoes, like baked potatoes and tuna. And that's all you need to know to not eat there.
I mean, macros wise, that's amazing, but that's got to taste awful.
Beans on toast, and the beans are apparently ketchup-y based.
And they're cold.
Okay.
What?
All right. Guys, I'm going to have to stop you there. That is not entirely true. Beans on toast is absolutely delicious. Growing up in an Irish household, that is very much something that was a staple, and it's so good. I will admit the Bush's baked beans with like the bacon flavor, not the bacon flavoring, but it's marinated in that.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
That so good. So
good. But I feel like the Irish know what they're doing. So I feel like that's why it's good. I hear London's bland, I hear.
Oh, yes, in terms of that, yes.
I'm talking about London. I'm not talking about like all of Europe. I'm just talking about London. I'm sure, listen, I've had Irish food and I've had a great time.
Yeah, there you go.
London food.
Yeah, because it was after 12 pints of Guinness and you just needed anything greasy to wash it down.
Yeah, that's fair.
Listen, mine was after about 13 harps, but still, yeah.
It's neither here nor there.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so let's talk about some of the newcomers in the Big Ten, because we got to start on the fact that Dan Lanning in the squad, they did win the damn thing in the regular season last year. The rest of the Pac-12 newbies look okay. I guess it's the best way to word it. Like, they look like cannon fodder to me this year. Am I off base on this take? Because I really looked at some rosters this morning. I was like, okay, besides Oregon, like, these guys are going to get shot to hell, and it's going to be really funny. I'm a very anti-conference realignment, so watching the teams that get moved, get smoked is hilarious to me.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's a saying in the English Football League. It says, yeah, they can beat Barcelona, but can they win in a cold night in Stoke? And the same thing applies for West Coast teams coming to the Midwest sort of region, where it's like, here's a cold November day. No domes here. Enjoy it because it's snowing and it's freezing cold.
The wind chill is about -30.
Yeah. Here's an Iowa corn farm. It's 30 below. You're welcome. Enjoy that. Yeah, no. So the Pac-12 teams that have come over you're exactly right. They're basically bullet fodder right now. They're still adjusting to the Big Ten system of defense heavy and run heavy. That is what the Big Ten is known for. They're still really good at it. And they're not acclimated. Plus all of the travel for these athletes that they never had to do before, 100% takes a toll on them. It doesn't matter which way you slice it. To that end, Lincoln Riley at USC really needs to step it up. Yeah, he has another Heisman winner under his belt, but other than that USC team does not look good. Washington definitely needs to step it up. They are more than capable of winning big games. But they need to beat the likes of, I believe it was Wisconsin last year that they lost to at some,
that sounds really familiar.
Yeah, it was some late game in like early November. Those are the types of games that they need to win if they want to make any progress towards a title shot for the conference. The other guys are just kind of tag-alongs. They will be the Purdue and the Northwestern of the West. Like, they're not great. No real signs of improvement necessarily. So there's nothing to look forward to there, I guess is my point. I mean, the other big Maryland and Northwestern and Purdue, they need to step it up as well, because they can't just be having these teams come in here and go 7-6 and get a bowl game out of it while they're sitting poor at 4-8 and 11-1. So,
Yeah, I mean, listen, nothing says Big Ten football like the University of California, Los Angeles.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Oh my Lord. I mean, like, I guess, like, from an outsider's perspective on the Big Ten, you obviously have this year. You have I call it the big three up top. It's Oregon, it's Penn State, it's Ohio State, and obviously no order. Afterwards, you get some of the fun ones. You get Matt's boy Bryce Underwood in Michigan is going to be fun. You get, you got to throw USC some love because they might do something this year. Might is the real key word. But then after that, like you said, it just becomes cannon fodder. So I'll ask you this. Is there a dark horse I'm missing, like an Illinois or an Iowa, maybe Wisconsin, even though I think Luke Fickell is up Schitt's Creek without a paddle? Because also F Wisconsin for trying to sue us for you guys trying to blackball a guy into not transferring, because that worked out really well, guys. But thoughts on a possible dark horse? Maybe not to win the Big Ten, but maybe be a last-second team in.
Yeah, absolutely. So I would certainly never count out Iowa purely because their defense is so good at preventing points from being scored that literally all they needed to do was fire Brian Ferentz, which they have done. So they're good now. Like we were joking about this on the tailgate in the quad, and we were basically saying a thumb could do a better job at offensive coordinator than Brian Ferentz. And we also said how much of an awkward Thanksgiving conversation that must be to be like, oh, by the way, you're off the team, But Iowa is a 100% chance of sneaking in. Indiana under Kurt Cignetti has a good Well, yes, I understand, but alas, he did
so much.
He did prove his point last year, going 11-2 or 10-3, whatever it was. And Illinois, another one to at least get it. The other thing is Michigan, despite all these sanctions, it's one of those things like, yeah, they're out of it for this year, but frankly, Michigan has walked away with the absolute least amount of penalties against them going forward, because there's no real plan, there's no real expectation for them. There's no real, there's no actual implications to them coming back in 2 years' time and being arguably one of the best teams in the Big Ten, if not winning the whole thing. So, while they can't do it this year necessarily, they're going to be back 100%. And the last team I want to make a special accommodation for is Purdue. Despite finishing 1-11 last year, which was absolutely terrible, they have Barry Odom from UNLV at the helm. Will he make an immediate change to Purdue? No, you're not expecting him to do this. But come a year or two down the line, I am telling you, Purdue is a dark horse in the making with Barry Odom at the helm. He coached UNLV to 2 11-win seasons the past 2 years. They were my mid-team last year, if you guys were following that. And I was rooting for them the entire time. So I am excited to see what he can do at Purdue, and I think it'll be a lot of fun to watch them kind of rise up the ranks if they can.
You did mention Illinois. I'm Big Bielema guy. His teams are mean, nasty, and just gritty. My hatred of Kirk Cignetti starts from him wasting a playoff spot than just getting absolutely thumb-whopped by your Nittany Lions. That was it, you guys. Oh, no. Was it Notre Dame or Nittany Lions? Notre Dame. I knew some team in Navy who I have to hear about every time because I'm in the Northeast stump them. I am a big fan of the firing of Brent Ferentz at Iowa, because I have said this on multiple occasions to Kevin when we're talking college football. Me 15 IPAs down playing NCAA football could call a better game plan than this guy.
Yeah, it's absolutely, you're absolutely right. And like that's the thing. They got is it Cabe McNamara? Yeah, Cabe McNamara. They got him and from Michigan, and it's one of those things. It's like, yeah, he knows how to play, and he can frankly play under anybody. And especially now that it's not Brian Ferentz, I would be concerned if I was, Penn State's and Ohio State's and Michigan's, because they're going, okay, so they can now score points too. That's bad. Like, they could prevent us, but we'd still sneak in like a field goal and maybe a long run. But now they can actually put points on the board. That's going to be a legitimate problem.
That's just scary. Like,
that is terrifying.
Like, it's one of the reasons. It's like I'm a staunch defender of Iowa, and it's only because since I was a kid, they've always been able to just stop people.
Yep.
All they needed was a functional dummy to call plays, and they would score 25 a game. Because with the way offensive rules go now in college football, it's not hard to score 25 points. I mean, I watched Jake Garcia make it really hard at Miami one game, but everyone misses on a 4-star quarterback now and then. Tyler Van Dyke, so too, I guess. but this is why I love the Big Ten's. I like the Big Ten a lot to watch football because it reminds me a lot of the NFL in the terms of the style of play. It's very similar to the style of play I grew up watching as a kid. Run the football, play defense. A couple good quarterbacks can get you a win. Oh my God, they've introduced the spread, a la Oregon and Ohio State with their big flashy offenses. But at the end of the day, it was Penn State 1 win away from going to the Natty. It was Notre Dame who went in after they just basically grounded and pounded and prayed Riley Leonard wouldn't throw the ball. And basically, like, it comes to this whole realization that, hey, yeah, this is it's an old school vibe. It still gives me Madden 07, NCAA 06 kind of vibes where running the football is just so much more broken than throwing it. I know your time's limited, buddy. So I want you to say who's the biggest disappointment this year. Who do you think is going to really just take an absolute stinker and just take a lead balloon to the ankles?
Oh, that's a good one. I'm thinking it's going to be Luke Fickell and Wisconsin. I think that they have shown that they can't, like, as good as he was at Cincinnati before they got him, like, it's just one of those things. Like, you thought it was great. Sure, it was probably going to work out, and then just dud. Like, that's it. It's the same trajectory I'm seeing. He's going to go probably back to the group of 6 now. And I think he's probably done. I can't imagine him coaching another year at Wisconsin. It's pretty much a failed experiment. Failed quickly though. So thankfully for Wisconsin, they can just hire somebody else and get right back on track.
Gives me Scott Frost at Nebraska vibes.
Yes, there you go.
Shout out to Compton, by the way, for talking about that with Cam Jurgens. I was like, yes. And I thought about, I'm like, this kind of reminds me of Luke Fickell a little bit.
Yeah.
Also, I'm just stamping on their grave. I'm like, you come at us for a lawsuit when you pissed off your best recruit, Xavier Lucas. We're happy to have you in Coral Gables, by the way. All right, listen, Kieran, it's been a blast, brother. It's probably been our best show so far. You're always welcome back on the show. Always. I know you're very busy.
Thank you very much.
But I will say it once, only once, just for you. We are Penn State.
Penn State, that a boy.
Yeah, we all say it.
The damn words again, but just because it's for you, pal. You can see Kieran and our dear friend, our dear grumpy friend, Mr. Kevin. All things Quad Tailgate episodes are out, I believe, every way. You guys record every Wednesday. They drop Thursday morning.
Yep, there you go.
Check them out on the Belly Up YouTube as well as all their social media. By the way, this social media is so much fun. Why haven't you followed them yet if you haven't already? It's just as much fun as ours. Except instead of Nate's lovable punkiness and Matt's cool, calm demeanor and my emotional stuff, you have Kieran and Kev screaming about college football. Yeah, I find it more entertaining. So go check them out, Quad Tailgate. That's our boy, Kieran O'Farrell. Kieran, we love you, brother. Congratulations. Good luck with the wedding planning.
Thanks very much, guys. See ya.
Oh, man. Take care of you,
Penn State. Let's go.
Oh, so before we change the topic, I do have maybe a dark horse to highlight that we have not talked about yet.
I was going to let him talk. He had a very schedule. And then
when we have the guests on like that, I try and let them speak as much as they can because I know they're the experts that we have come on. Hear me out. Matt Rule and the Nebraska Cornhuskers.
Ooh, with baby Mahomes, Dylan Raiola. Okay.
So
they won last year. They made a bowl game.
Yeah. All right. So he was 12-13 with them. I think that's his career last 2 years with them record wise. I got diet sugar-free Pat Mahomes and Dylan Raiola. We just talked about
sugar-free Pat Mahomes.
In the New England world, he is the bowl and basket Pat Mahomes. In California, he is whatever is your generic store brands.
What's the knockoff? So, what do you guys? What is your big supermarket chain out in California name?
So you said supermarket chain?
Yeah.
Safeway.
Okay, so whatever their generic brand is, Safeway. I don't know, or Costco, Kirkland brand. I don't know. It's kind of like he's the knockoff, like store brand version of Patrick Mahomes. But hey, listen, he went from being like the Dollar Tree version of Patrick Mahomes to like Store brand. He's working himself up there. He had a great season last year. I love that pick.
Give me the Bruins.
He's like Diet Coke right now, so he's getting there. He's
He's
almost
getting
regular.
Brother, you got some optimism, man. ESPN FBI has
I should have been a fan of them instead of Cal. By the way, we have a new starting quarterback now. I'm not gonna say his name. I'm not gonna try.
Nate,
it's a long name, dude.
Nate, here's the thing: you can still choose a new team. You can just have Cal as a secondary team. I'm not going to judge you for it.
Fantastic. Kennesaw State.
Oh Jesus! Nate, join LSU and be losers.
Go be. Right, Nate, I'm actually telling you, go be like an Ohio State or like Alabama fan. Pick some help. Be a Georgia Bulldogs fan. Be happy. Oregon, yeah, seriously.
No, I want to be depressed, so that way when good things happen, I get to be I'll be happy.
Maybe I can turn you into a Nebraska Cornhusker fan.
Oh no, their uniforms are trash. No thanks.
Well, all right.
Black and red fire.
Which one? I didn't see that one. I've seen
black and red. Those are fire.
So Nebraska, they got some new coordinator hires. Yeah, be something. They got some new
Iowa. Could be Iowa.
I could see Nate being an Iowa fan. That's definitely a Nate team. They
run next year. I transferred to next year. I'll be wanting something else.
Yeah, see, no, because I transferred to Iowa for a CFP 26 in my.
Nate, I have a great idea. You're still a Cal fan this year, but like how Kelsey on Hilo Sports, shameless plug, is being a free agent for the season for pro football. You are a free agent this year for college football. So our guests all have different teams. Obviously, I'm Miami. Matt is LSU. Chris is LSU. DJ technically roots for Oklahoma. Kelsey's Auburn. Kevin's Alabama. Cruz is Alabama. Kieran is Penn State. We'll all try to slowly sell you on our team and maybe a team that we don't root for. So my sale to you is on Iowa. I think Iowa would be very fun for you. I think you'd love it a lot. They also have one of the coolest traditions in sports with the wave. I think it's very cool. And but another backup I'd say was Oregon. I feel like a West Coast team like that where you could watch their games at a reasonable hour for you at least would be fun. Those best uniforms in college football, at least in terms of variety and originality. So I think Nate, we should do like Nate's because we're already doing Nate's movie reviews. By the way, did you finish Gran Torino?
No, I saw a clip though. Yeah, he was like, "Get off my lawn," and he was like,
that was not the exact word. He's paraphrasing.
That's probably not the worst part of the movie, too.
Yeah, that's not even close to the worst part of the movie. All right, so Nate, for Thursday, can you try to watch Gran Torino? We want to hear your review.
Yes, I can do that for you.
Because all we're talking on, I think we're doing NFC and AFC North on Thursday.
I can't wait.
Oh crap! Oh yeah, huh? Or wait, have done the West yet? Or is the West next week?
I think West is next Thursday.
Oh, so
because we have another guest coming on next Monday, but we're not talking. We're done with college football. We have SEC next Thursday, but we have SEC on next Thursday. We have SEC. I can't remember. We only have one conference left. It's SEC.
Yeah, SEC.
I'm trying to book guests for it. It's like trying to pull teeth.
We did the Big 12 already. Oh, we did, huh?
Big 12 was first. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and real quick about Nebraska, because I never got there yet. We just went on a rant. Nate said Bruins, and I was like, oh, no. I knew that was going to happen. It's very small. I got a little paragraph on them. So they got some new corner coordinator hires this year. They got returning key starters. They got some transfer portal guys on defense. Which was a big need for Nebraska. So considering they lost every front six starter on offense too, those transfers were big. Or no, front six starter on defense. Offense was not that great in 2024. They ranked 99th. But in Matt Rule's history, this is why I kind of have them as a dark horse. So in Matt Rule's history with Temple and Baylor, year 1 was bad, year 2 was decent, and year 3 was great. Now we're going into year 3 with Nebraska. Maybe double-digit wins for Nebraska is probably a steep ask. However, I will say the bright spot is that on their schedule to start the year off, could be a good one. They only have one opponent that's in the top 60 within their first 6 opponents, I believe it is. Only one of their first 6 opponents is in the top 60. So if they can get off to a hot start, they might be able to cruise into maybe making a little run in that Big Ten towards the end of the year. So that's just why I had mostly Matt Rule's history of being on his 3rd year of the team And just the fact that that schedule for the first 6 weeks is not that challenging for them per ESPN.
They play Akron and Holy Cross. Damn,
Yeah, exactly.
that's
They lose to
trash.
Akron and Holy Cross.
It's like going back to like back when USC would play like 4 teams I never heard of when I was a kid when they had like Matt Leinart, Reggie Bush. I'm like, who? They're playing Troy. They have this edge rusher named DeMarcus Ware. Didn't know who he was at the time. They still smoked him. I'm like, where the hell is Troy? I had to like Google it on my mom's MacBook, like iMac with the big back end. I had to Google where. Oh no, I looked it up in Sports Illustrated because they were talking about the preview. I was like, where's Troy? It says something Alabama. I'm like, oh, okay. I didn't know Alabama had more than one city. That's not a dig at Alabama. I literally just was when I was a kid. I barely knew the states south of Tennessee.
They should start 3-0 heading into the game against Michigan.
Yeah,
that's all I'm gonna say.
All righty. My surprise team, I already said, is going to be. I agree, it's going to be Iowa. Actually, no, sorry, I said Illinois. I'm a big Brett Bielema guy. I love they play nasty, grinded football. They're not going to make the tournament, but they're definitely going to just piss off somebody and finish with like 9 wins. My biggest drop off, Kieran kind of took mine. It's Wisconsin. I think they're going to be a 4-win team, 5 wins. They're going to win like all their easy games, and they're going to get killed in conference play. I also watching Luke Fickell kind of crash and burn after the whole lawsuit thing. I mean, I am so petty when it comes to college football. Pro football, I'm like, it's okay. We still win titles. Howie's the GOAT. College football, I'm just so damn petty.
Well, I guess since Nate's a free agent, I should stop, crap talking Brian Kelly and LSU. So I guess I should really turn that around. And
hey, I'm just saying, my favorite receiver in the league went there, and he, you guys are known for fast receivers.
And also to go to Michigan quick, I just want to put out there that Bryce Underwood is forever dead to me unless he wants to become the greatest college football quarterback ever and then commit to the Jets in the draft whenever he declares. That's the only way he can make it up for me.
I could just imagine Bryce Underwood doing a Cam Ward when he enters the draft and just be like, yeah, the Jets have a top 5 receiver unit. I want to play for Aaron Glenn and all these things. Like the amount of things that Cam Ward has said about the Titans, and I love it. If Underwood did it,
trying to be a good leader. I'm with it.
No, I get it. I'm just saying if Underwood did it for the Jets, oh man, Matt would be in love again. I tell you.
It's okay, man. It's okay.
I got my guy.
Yeah, I got mine too.
Yeah, you do.
Super Bowl MVP, Jordan Brand athlete.
I don't have my guy yet.
Yeah, you do. Brady.
I have
Cook.
a guy. Yeah,
Brady.
actually, you know what? Listen, Adrian Martinez.
Stop it.
Listen. He cooked. Loki. Oh, no pun intended. I'm good.
No. They both passed better than Justin Fields, and
they did. I'm telling you, Martinez was okay cooking too. I'm not even trying to be nice. Like they literally cooked.
Adrian Peterson's probably going to open it up as a QB2. So with Tyrod being hurt, the problem is that Justin Fields is a terrible pass. Yeah, what did I say, Adrian Peterson?
Yeah.
Oops. Well,
I mean, listen, you want to get all day's old butt back in there and taking snaps, go for it.
I don't know. Listen, it's going to be a whole lot of running with this team, which will probably win us some games from running. But Brandon Allen looked great. And the more Brandon Allen looks great, the more that draft stock for Breece Hall is kind of going out there because he's looking good.
Dude,
he's
big. Woo, man.
He was wearing a crop top jersey the other week, and it was giving Sean Oakman vibes from back in the day.
Oh, yeah. Sean Oakman. So sad.
Oh,
yeah, that was messed up. But listen, Giants. Listen, I will be honest. The way the Giants looked against us, if that defense plays that way for the whole year, and Russ didn't look bad either. That interception he had, I think the receiver ran the wrong route.
Yeah, miscommunication.
That dart looked great. Even Winston looked good. I mean, if the Giants defense plays that way and the offense is just capable and it's just competent, I mean, I think they could win more games than I thought they were going to win. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll say one thing about the Giants. I know we have other things to discuss. I'll say one thing. The moon ball that Wilson threw to our guy Bew Collins, when that ball was thrown and was caught, I never felt happier because I haven't seen that for 6 years.
That's how I felt when Saquon broke that first run against the Saints. We haven't had a competent running back I can break along with this Shady. I was like, This is what it's like having a good running back.
I'm like, this is what it's like to have a competent quarterback. Oh my god!
I feel you guys too, because when Garrett Wilson made that catch against the Texans on Halloween and it was ruled inbounds, I haven't seen receiver play by the Jets like that since Brandon Marshall in 2015 when he had that career year.
This is sad, man. Well, it's okay.
And bad
it's okay.
for Antonio Holmes.
That's also how I felt with Quinyon Mitchell just locking up Mike Evans. I was like I love Darius Slay, but we haven't had a lockdown corner since Lito Shepherd. Where you're not throwing the ball his direction. I like Asante Samuel was a pick artist. I think Asante was a better corner than Lito Shepherd, and better than Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie or any of the other corners we've had. But I honestly say we having a competent corner. When we got Slay, I was like, this is what it's like having when you locked up Jefferson in 22. We had 2 interceptions on a bum ankle. I'm just like, this is a masterclass. This is beautiful. But it's okay. We can all remorse on how bad our teams have had at certain positions. But we did have some preseason football, gentlemen. Nate's team looked decent. They played well against Matt's team. Watching him dual card, it was only a matter of time because everyone was anointing this guy the next LT out of the bat. And that's not fair to the kid. It was only gonna happen. You knew where the Jets were just gonna tee off on him. It's not bad. I'm not saying the kid's gonna have he's got a bad clip and it went viral, but it does prove a point that listen, he may be the best edge rusher in this class, but he's still got a long way to go before he catches even a guy like TJ Watt, Myles Garrett, Micah, whatever.
And
Nate,
he may not even have the the breakout numbers in year one, and that may not just be a testament to his play or anything. It's just the fact that I think he might just be a part of one of the best defensive lines in the NFL, and I think you're going to see Kayvon eat, you're going to see Dexter eat, you're going to see Brian Burns eat.
Kayvon's going to only eat cheeseburgers.
He was moving around a little bit last time, but listen, granted, the Jets did have half their defense sit out, so I will say, I'm trying to stay. I'm not trying to shoot to crap on the Giants. I'm trying to just stay positive for my own sanity.
Yeah, no,
I'm not even crapping on Kayvon being a big dude, eating wise. I'm saying, dude, my biggest issue with Kayvon when he came on the draft, and you can go back to me and Kevin show back this, I think the year before you came on, Matt, was I said Kayvon's biggest issue was he's a one-trick pony rushing the passer. There's not a lot of variation to his moves. He relies on athleticism, and he's going to get smoked if he does that. And look, he's been average at best most of his career. Now, guys like Brian Burns, Dexter Lawrence, and even Abdul Carter, you see the variation in moves. You see the repertoire. You see it's not just hey, I'm going to get underneath and rip like I did at Oregon. It's no. Any tackle like that is even remotely decent. Let's go.
He's had one good game, and that was the game against the Commanders his rookie season where he had 3 sacks and had a forced fumble for a touchdown. That was his only game where I was okay, I like what I see. Every other game was just
I heard everything. So I was big. I heard everything about. You're wrong about Kayvon Thibodeau. I'm like, was I?
Not yet. Yeah, I know. No, I agree. No, I agree. And I hope it turns it around. It's just so far he hasn't. Him and Neal haven't played up to their first round expectations, and hopefully they change it this year. Especially Neal, he's more important to me, honestly, because
I would love to see Evan. I think tackles that fail at tackle and then go to guard, I think is something that needs to happen in the NFL because you see guys who look out of position and then they go to a new position, they look amazing. I like the Mekhi Becton of it all is one of my favorites. It's probably one of my favorite stories of the Super Bowl. I saw an edit today when it's the Make a Change edit with the Michael Jackson music in the background. And it was him struggling and looking awful as a Jet and the Jets trying to coach him. It looked terrible. Then he switches up to left guard or where he played for Philadelphia and wins a Super Bowl. And it's just kind of that's awesome. I love that. I want that to have revenue, even though it's against a rival team. It's you don't want any of these guys who were elite players their entire lives, but just there's something in the league they can't figure out that position. You want to see them get a second chance. So I think it's one of those. I love seeing, and I hate picking a former Jets. I love seeing Jamal Adams finding a new home in Oakland or Las Vegas.
Linebacker now.
Yeah, right. I honestly think that's the position from the start. But hey, listen, you love seeing guys get another run. It's kind of and Matt, here's to us hoping the Jets stop becoming the cautionary tale, and then they resurrect some guy's career from changing his position.
Nice, yeah. I was hoping for positivity this year.
I am too. I want you guys to have a positive year.
Same. Been asking for that for
Same.
Nate, I want
years
yours to not be positive only because I want the ratings from you going full hoodie up and just being like
I know.
all around us. But listen, Nate's college football bachelor tour is going to be so much fun. So
this will be cool.
All this just to pick Akron.
Oh god,
dude! At that point, I'm quit. I'm retiring. I'm just gonna say
All this just to pick Missouri State.
All that you pick like Akron. I'm like, I'm done. I quit.
Yeah, we got to make a rule going forward. Starting now with
a ridiculously
UFL,
stupid team, I'm just gonna say I'm gonna suspend you for a week from the show. Probably go on a little vacation. Maybe burn something to the ground. I'm not sure yet, and then I'll come back.
We got to make a rule where going forward with UFL and with college football, whatever team Nate picks, that's who he has to stick with and learn to love them.
Yeah. Okay, so you're a Defenders fan, right?
Yes, I am.
I am technically a free agent in the XFL. I'm still technically with the Battlehawks, but how much they just
Bryce Perkins, Carolina.
Yeah. So your quarterback
went to the Panthers. No, that was Michigan Panthers.
Oh,
right. From Michigan Panthers to Carolina Panthers.
Yeah.
I didn't think of that.
He's really a Panther.
Yeah.
But yeah. So
I heard that, Nate.
Y'all have any other notes about the preseason? I mean, Andrew Bakuba looks like he's gonna be a starter in Philadelphia. Bro is a missile. And I think it's going to be really fun watching him patrol center field for us.
The receiving court, boss. Nice work. Way to get him.
I love us getting John Mechie. I'm a big John Mechie guy. I don't know how, between him, Terrence Marshall, and Dotson, somebody's going to have to take that 3 spot. And then you have also this kid Cooper who's playing out of his damn mind right now. Johnny Wilson's there somehow still. The Eagles 2, 3, 4, and 5, and maybe even 6 receiving core spots are going to be so weird. I'm looking forward to it. Also, Nia Smith has had I think he's locked up the kick returner spot. So it's like you basically have 5 guys competing for 2 or 3 spots. I'm intrigued. I want to see what's going on. So.
I'm a little surprised. I guess maybe slightly surprised that they got rid of Mechie. Not completely, but just the fact that he before I could see it, he was buried on the depth chart because before they had Diggs, they had Collins, they had Dell. He was a wide receiver 4 or 5 at that point. This year, he could have been receiver 3 for him, and he would have got a little more looks. But I like this for Philly. I think he's a faint upgrade over Dotson. But I also am intrigued to see.
Can't put it together.
I'm intrigued to see what he does as a receiver 3 because he's got the speed. So I think he should be good with Philly. Obviously, Hurts, no shame to Stroud, but Hurts is obviously a much better quarterback than Stroud. But I think maybe a little more looks with Philly. Maybe that'll get to show his absolute potential. But I mean, at the same time, he doesn't have to shine, or he doesn't have to overproduce with Philly because they have a great offense. They got Smith, Smith, Brown, Goddard, Barkley. I mean, he doesn't have to be the guy, but he could just be that guy where nobody really kind of pays attention when he just makes a little sneaky route and just takes the ball for 30, 40 yards on the field.
How many are you keeping if you were Roseman, boss?
I'm keeping 6. So obviously we got Ania Smith, probably going to be kick returner. AJ and Devontae. It's 3.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I can't do the 3 like this, so I have to do
this. Okay. I heard Terrence Marshall looks great, but this Cooper kid looks awesome. So that's a coin flip right there. Okay. Dotson is technically a first-round pick, so you can't eat his contract. I try to move him if Mechie looks incredible. I don't know. I'm keeping 6. Because you can use them as weapons. Like Aeneas Smith, you can rotate as a guy in wildcat, kick returning, running back stuff. He's versatile. I love Johnny Wilson, but he's got to stop at the damn drops, man. He's killing me with that stuff. He is too damn big and too damn physical to keep dropping open passes like that. I love Terrence I think Terrence Marshall has this really fun potential of just being like kind of a poor man's Brian Thomas Jr., where he's just big and fast and just makes guys miss. But I don't know. It's a weird position to be in when your position's set. But hey, let's fix the depth, because last year we saw what happened when you had like a bunch of nobodies and Dotson and John Ross catching passes from Hurts in the Tampa game. So I'm up for securing the depth chart, I guess.
Yes, sir. Must be nice. A lot of good receivers, boss. A lot of names.
Best receiver, best GM in football, man. I don't have to tell you.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we're fielding Jameis trade calls, possibly.
No, trade Russ. I want a Jameis 5 touchdown, 4 interception win over the Cowboys. That would complete the life cycle of football for me. Just watching the Cowboys lose 48-45 to the Giants. Jameis goes ballistic. It just, 5 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 35 for 60, just like a ridiculous stat line, and they somehow win.
I don't think we will, though. I mean, we have James on a 2-year and Russ on a 1 year. So after this year, Russ is done, and then Jameis comes in and Jameis stays and is QB2 behind Dart, assuming he's ready for next year.
Oh, he's so much fun, though.
Better possible question. So the Browns have just named Joe Flacco Week 1 starter. Mm-hmm. That leaves Dylan Gabriel, Shedeur Sanders, and Kenny Pickett. I feel like one has to be on the chopping block. Now
they're going to keep all 4 apparently.
All right. So
hypothetically,
if you were to cut one, cheaper to cut Shedeur, but I think his trade value is higher than Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah.
So it's kind of. Trying to move him.
Yeah, because you didn't want him in the first place. You wanted Dylan Gabriel.
But where? If you were the Browns,
Indianapolis
or Las Vegas.
Ooh.
Oh.
Or New York Jets. There's a lot of places where you've got quarterback to develop.
I will take it. I don't think this regime is pretty focused on producing Justin Fields. I don't think they'll mess with that right now, but would love it. But I could see the Raiders. I could very much see the Colts
too. Package him in a trade to get Alvin Kamara to get you some running back help. Or not Alvin Kamara, or package him in and maybe get Chris Olave to help you over the top.
That's fair.
Or maybe get Cam Jordan to help out. Maybe see if you can leverage to get an edge rusher. Maybe like a Cam Jordan or one of their other
they just got Mason Graham on that line too, so they may not completely need.
I don't know.
Listen, I like the.
I'm spitballing here. I'm firing rounds off trying to hit a target at this point. But there are options for trading Shedeur. Gabriel, I feel like that's your bullet to eat, and you got to kind of, for lack of a better term, and kind of see if you can develop him. I didn't think he looked that bad on Saturday. I thought he looked okay. So
maybe throw Shedeur in a 5th or a 6th, and you get Pittman.
And then what happened? Nothing to throw in Indianapolis except one.
Well, they're trying to tank. You can tell they're memeing this season. They brought DJ's boy out to sing "This is our Colts, this is our team" song.
Dude, I thought of Matt immediately when I saw that. I was like, "Hey, man."
Did he have the war paint on for the live show? Yes, I love the addition of the war paint this year. That makes me hype, man.
He had the choir and kid cheerleaders and all the.
They gave him the choir. That was the craziest part to me. That they were in the background, going like this. They're getting into it. I'm like, yo, this is insane.
Why do I feel like I'm watching the NFL equivalent of Major League right now with the Colts?
Dude, there's things that are not.
So poor Jonathan Taylor, man. He's probably like, why did I sign here?
Shedeur to Dallas.
No.
But think about it.
But they just traded for Milton. I mean, I know they got Dak, and that's
I know. I forgot.
Traded for Milton.
They love Milton down there. They're not.
But they could, though. You never know.
I mean, listen, Jerry Jones move all the time. Send him. Yeah. Listen, if anybody gets arm strength could survive the Cleveland wins, it is Joe Milton. He's got a howitzer attached to his shoulder.
How large was the contract years wise for Stafford? Was it 3 years?
I'm checking right now. Hey, he's been doing some. Hey, think about it.
I'm just
the Giants dodged the bullet. Oh, we almost got Stafford low key before we got Russ. We dodged
I'm
the
just
bullet.
saying he's already hurt. What if he sends
Tell me
Shador out
Stetson
to
Bennett's your backup. I mean, listen, Kenny. Oh, I got one. Kenny Pickett to the Rams.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, yeah, you're right, Matt. 2026 is when his contract is out, and then they can void 27.
Yeah, well, there's a void year for 26. Like it's there, but they. So in reality, he basically is here for this year, and that's it, right?
And next year.
Okay. I mean, I would go. If I'm the Rams, I'd be like, hey, Shador, sit behind Stafford for a year.
Yeah, perfect. Beautiful weather for him too to be able to play.
Stafford's that one quarterback where I could see maybe he's got a year or two left. Maybe you just throw him over there and he starts next year or the year after because Stetson Bennett I don't think is going to be the answer.
They need some receivers.
In what? Cleveland?
In Los Angeles.
They got
Puka and who?
Devontae.
Listen.
Right. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I forgot.
You pulling straws there, bro. They got a good core.
Holy crap. Well,
this would never happen unless Shador was released, but him sitting behind Rodgers for a year in Pittsburgh would be interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Howard.
They loved it. We thought they loved him. And
no.
Maybe, you know what? Maybe Mike Tomlin was playing 40 chess. He knew when the Browns took two, they're gonna cut one and we're gonna scoop them up. Pittsburgh Steelers football.
They're like, as long as it's not Kenny Pickett, we're gonna pick one of them up.
Oh my god, imagine just Kenny Pickett.
But why Flacco to start? Like, does he really get the best chance to win?
It's the most logical one.
Against Philly. I was like, holy crap.
But
listen, to be honest with you, like he's like, yeah. Listen, he's former Super Bowl champion. He's been in the league forever since I was like in elementary school, middle school.
Yeah, got drafted. No, Matt, we were in 8th grade. What is his rookie grade?
He's the most experienced. He's the most comfortable pick. He can't move, but he can still throw the ball. Kenny Pickett is he's young, but he's hurt. So I think that's just kind of
just so banged up. Like he honestly played really well for us last year.
I mean, I would see what you have and throw out one of the rookies. You know, what do you have to lose? I would just see what they got. But I mean, Flacco, I think, is the easiest person to throw out there. I don't think anybody in Cleveland's really expecting to win 10 games. So I don't really think it really mattered who. But at this point,
Browns fans, they probably think if they got Shador, he starts, they win 10 games. But
I'm sure if we talk to more people that were actually from Cleveland at the Expo, they would tell me about how they're going to somehow surprise the league. And
I stay away from brown and orange colors usually.
Last thing, Shador, if he stays on the team, he starts by week 6.
Okay.
I think that's fair.
I think he starts by week 10, but for a different team.
I'll say if he stays with the Browns, definitely before Halloween.
Oh, okay.
I'll throw you one for the Browns. I think Dylan Gabriel starts by week 4.
Ugh. If you're right.
One of them is going.
He actually has a decent arm.
I feel bad for him because he's very talented, and so is Shador. I just think there's so much media coverage and everything on Shador that I think he doesn't probably not like he doesn't get the love he deserves, but I think he's just like the stepchild, like the step kid. You know, he's the redheaded stepchild.
I feel bad for Cam Ward. I feel bad for every quarterback not named Tyler Shook drafted. Tyler Shook basically got thrown into a meat grinder. The poor kid's screwed. But like the rest of that draft class, like I feel bad for all of them. They're like, oh, we're here too. We're good. We all got drafted ahead of that overrated hype machine from Colorado. And then Cam Ward's like, I rewrote the record books at Miami, who's had 2 Heisman winning quarterbacks. Yeah, I know. We don't care if you win number 1. This kid win the 5th round, though. That's the story.
Is Shaq going to last in the league, y'all think?
No.
I think it's like Will Levis part 2.
No, he's going to be a quarterback. He's going to be a quarterback coach within like 5 years.
A couple random quick news. Apparently, Jonathan Mingo is going to be out for 4 to 6 weeks with a sprained PCL, and Brian Robinson could be released if not found with a trade partner.
Oh, Commanders. Got it.
Yeah. I saw a really great video I sent you guys on TikTok that somebody drafted Brian Robinson first overall. He thought he was Bijan Robinson, but he drafted Brian Robinson.
Tell me. I can't wait for this.
Oh, also Devin Achane has a calf strain. So
that was right on time.
Who's the backup behind him?
Who knows?
Ollie Gordon.
Oh, right. Yeah. And
I actually like Ollie Gordon.
We forget how good he was 2 years ago for the Cowboys.
Bro, he just got screwed because Oklahoma State is garbage now.
He was bad.
Mike Gundy, I swear, just fell asleep recruiting one year, and now they're screwed. He's like, wait, I was supposed to recruit people? Honey, turn off OWN. We gotta go get some people. All right. Bad Mike Gundy impression aside, we have a great couple shows coming up. So Matt and I got to do some confirmations with a couple of our guests, but we do have Matt. We should we'll line it up. We'll let you guys know next Monday. I don't believe we're going to do a preview show. I think we're just going to talk with our guest because she's going to be fun to have on the show and talk a little bit about a bunch of things. I believe our SEC show is next Thursday. Yeah, next Thursday. Should be fun. We're gonna try to get some guests in for that as well. We'll do AFC South, and we'll do AFC North and NFC North this week. And then I think, it's September 1st. We kind of have to do some kind of preview next week on Monday. So maybe we'll just do a preview for AFC West, NFC West.
Yes, sir.
I do think our guest is a Rams fan, though. So we'll see if she wants to talk a little Rams ball.
Well, she's Georgia fan, so you could do AFC West that week.
No. I would get yelled at if I didn't do the SEC with some of our guests that are lined up already. So.
Oh no! I meant AFC West with the Raiders because Brock Bowers over there.
Well, yeah, me and her did have a conversation about that at the Expo. We'll do AFC West, NFC West, that for next Monday. So there you go. That's what we'll line up as, and then take us right into football season. I got to reach out to some more guests today, see if we can get them in for the season itself. Ladies and gentlemen, hope you had an amazing time.
We got one more segment, right? We got a special one.
Oh yeah, we have Matt's segment. Matt, get going. Let's go.
All right. So there's something I've been seeing going around a lot. This looks fun. It's keep 3, cut 5. So what I'm going to do, NFL edition, since season's starting up, we're going to do just various NFL positions going forward for a little bit. I'm going to name you 8 wide receivers. Blindly name you 8 wide receivers. You won't know who comes first, who comes next, who comes 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, but you got to keep 3, and there's 5 of them that you're going to cut.
Okay.
So, starting off with a little bit of a heavy hitter. I mean, he is a 10+ year, I believe, vet in the league right now. He has 1,000 yards every single year since he came into the league. He is all reliable himself. We're going to start off with Mike Evans. Keeping Mike Evans, cutting Mike Evans. It's between you two.
And then you're the tiebreaker.
We can't like get the whole roster. We just have to kind of just blindly fire off.
Oh yeah, no, you don't get because that's too easy. I'm telling one at a time, and it's just the two of you decide.
And then Matt's the tiebreaker.
I can't give input because I know the list.
But you're the tiebreaker though, right?
Nate, go first.
Yes, but I know who's there.
True.
Nate, you go first.
I think there's better ones. I'm gonna cut him. He's been consistent, but it's like,
I think he's gonna be a Hall of Famer one day. I think he's gonna be a great entry into the league. I think consistency is the name of the game. I'll go Nate's judgment here. I will go cut as well.
All right, moving on. Terry McLaurin.
Keep.
No.
Keep. I'm making an executive decision. Keep.
Great. You're gonna regret it later. I guarantee it.
Oh, Nate, I'm going to pull on the heartstrings right here. Malik Neighbors.
No! See, now we can't. Wow. We're screwed.
Listen, for one more year, I'd still take Evans over McLaurin and I'd still take McLaurin over Evans and Neighbors. So yeah, we'll cut Neighbors.
No.
Alrighty.
Watch, his last 3 are like John Ross and like Terrence Marshall and Paul Turner. I'm just gonna sign off the show.
All right. Let's go. All right. I know this is gonna be an easy one for you. AJ Brown.
Keep him.
Yeah, top 4 receiver in the damn league.
We could have had AJ Brown and Malik, and you said AJ Brown and McLaurin.
I still take Scary Terry over Malik. One more year. One more year.
All right. So far, we've got cut Mike Evans, keep Terry McLaurin, cut Malik Neighbors, and keep AJ Brown. You got one cup left. Well, cup. You got one keep left and 4 receivers. Next one up, Garrett Wilson.
No.
Cut.
Yep.
It's fair. I understand.
Sorry, Matt.
It's like it's fair.
All right. DK Metcalf.
No.
Cut.
All right. Well,
We got 2 left.
Jamar
or 1 left?
Chase.
Oh, Keith.
You got one keep left.
Wait, but what if the next? Oh, what if the next one is Jetta's?
I'd still take Jamar over Jettis.
Possible.
Keith.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I would go keep too.
All right. Listen, I'm impressed with this list. I thought I was going to be able to get you in a couple of them. So we've cut Mike Evans. We've kept Terry McLaurin. We've cut Garrett Wilson. We've cut Malik Neighbors. We've kept AJ Brown. We've kept Jamar Chase. We've cut DK Metcalf. And the last receiver that we are cutting is Christian Kirk.
Nate,
thought
we win!
Yeah, we did good.
I was hoping that I can get you at the end.
Nah, listen.
So, hey, this is a great list. I mean,
Listen,
in
the only
reality,
thing
if
I could give you stipulation on is obviously Malik Neighbors, but it's like I want to see one more year of consistency.
Yeah, that's completely.
In terms of
fair.
Mike Evans, he's never moved the needle farther than being good, really good.
Yes, just he's Mr. Consistent. Not great, but he's just there.
Yeah.
So I knew you were going to obviously keep AJ Brown, and if we got to Jamar Chase, I knew you were going to keep him. I thought maybe if you cut McLaurin, I thought I could throw in a wild card with DK, and then you would have had to have gotten rid of one or the other, and then you would have either have kept another one. But you guys did good. You were smart. I had 2 big names out there, and then the rest were like high-end guys and one little low-end guy. But you guys did good.
I think the worst receiver there is Christian Kirk, and he's a solid.
Oh, he is. But but that's just a throw-in because I'm like, oh man.
I was gonna say I was waiting for like a name, like Xavier Leggett or like
I was
name-
hoping that you guys would wait until the end.
Like,
That is there, and then boom, Christian Kirk.
I like this. This is fun. Matt, I hope we can do this again for sure. I want to do this again. This is fun.
Maybe next week we'll do running backs.
ooh, that's gonna be hard.
Saquon Barkley, King.
Oh, I'm sorry, Nathan. I can't hear you over 2,000 yards in a match. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is the Korner Booth Podcast. I am, of course, Jared. That sassy little man below me is Nate. And, of course, that's my co-host, Matt. Shout out to Kieran O'Farrell from Tailgate in the Quad for coming by, talking some Penn State ball and, of course, the Big Ten. We have one more conference left. It's SEC. We got 3 NFL conferences, so we've kind of been backlogged. We got to do a lot of NFL coverage next 3 weeks. Whew. Also, the season starts 2 weeks from Thursday, which is terrifying. Have a great night. We'll drop this episode. If you missed most of this, we'll be dropping the re-recording on Apple Music and iHeartRadio and Amazon in about 2 hours. Still fighting it out with Spotify. For my Spotify listeners, I apologize in advance. And, of course, we'll be on the Belly YouTube tomorrow at 3 o'clock. So have a good night, folks. Nate and me and Matt are going to keep pumping out clips for you. And, yeah. Enjoy yourselves. Peace.
College football starts this week. Yay.